How did you gain the approval of your mother-in-law? I wasn't the kind of guy Eva imagined her daughter would marry. While she probably pictured some lawyer with a trust fund and a family name, Marta came home with me, a wedding photographer covered in tattoos who drove a beat-up van stuffed with camera equipment. Marta didn't care what her mom thought, but Eva definitely did. When we got engaged, Eva insisted on helping with the wedding planning. She said she had connections and could handle the venue. She picked this gorgeous historic estate about an hour outside town, claimed it was through a friend, and said she'd take care of the deposit. I should have trusted my gut when something felt off about how secretive she was being. 1 week before our wedding, I drove out to the estate to scout some photo locations. The place looked beautiful from the outside, but when I walked up to the main building, I couldn't find any staff or decorations being set up. That's when I started getting nervous. I found the groundskeeper trimming hedges near the parking lot and asked him about the wedding setup. He looked at me confused and said they'd never heard of any wedding booked under Eva or Marta's name. My stomach dropped like a rock. I called the venue manager from my car. Same story. No booking, no deposit, nothing. Instead of calling Marta right away and ruining everything, I told her I needed 48 hours to handle something work-related. She trusted me, which made me feel even worse about lying. But I had a plan. I spent the next 2 days working like crazy. I called every vendor I'd ever worked with, pulled in every favor I could think of, and somehow managed to book this rustic barn venue just outside town. It wasn't fancy, but it had these amazing sunset views that I knew Marta would love. The food truck she always talked about wanting to try, I convinced them to cater. The DJ who did my cousin's wedding last year, he cleared his schedule. I even tracked down this retired florist who owed me a favor from shooting her granddaughter's graduation photos, and she agreed to make Marta's dream flower arch. Then I sat down with Eva. I showed her all the evidence from the estate, photos of the empty grounds, the phone calls I'd recorded, everything. She completely broke down crying. Turns out she never booked anything at all. The whole friend connection was made up. She was hoping that if the wedding fell through at the last minute, Marta would realize marrying me was a mistake and call the whole thing off. Instead, she accidentally created a disaster. The wedding day came and everything went perfectly. Guests kept telling us it was the most beautiful ceremony they'd ever been to. The food truck was a huge hit. The DJ had everyone dancing until midnight, and that flower arch looked like something out of a magazine. But the moment that mattered most happened during the reception. I was going around thanking all the vendors and guests, making sure everyone felt appreciated. I called Marta's uncles by name, chatted with the servers about their kids, and made sure the cleanup crew knew how grateful we were. Eva had been watching me all night from the corner. When I finally had a quiet moment, she walked over and pulled me aside. Her eyes were still red from crying earlier, but she looked me straight in the face. "You earned this. I'm sorry." Those 5 words meant everything.